Hello everyone, welcome to the channel, very warm welcome. We're talking about your twin flame journey, everything you need to know and then some, right? So I was thinking that it might be good to clarify a little bit around surrendering, around letting go, right? Sorry, I have to close some things here on the computer. Yeah, because that's always, that's really something where I've been there, right? There's a lot of misunderstanding around what this really is. And that's something, when we go deeper with our healing and with this whole process, then knowing what this is all about comes naturally, right? And so, letting go. First of all, where is your twin in the picture, right? Because you're one, so you're always like balancing something out. And of course, the goal is like to then meet in this higher vibration where you all of a sudden also see your divine counterpart. So there's a lot to talk about. You're also like not seeing your divine counterpart fully, because when you meet this other person, I always say him because my divine counterpart is a man, but just adjust, it doesn't matter. You see the light of this person. You see this person in his or her light, and you put this person on a pedestal, and this person is realizing this, right? and maybe he feels that this has nothing to do with him. Who does she think I am? I can never match those expectations, right? But then once you go through a bunch of healing, once it's really only ever like releasing your own baggage, so to speak, and like all those thought patterns, to clear all those thought patterns and belief systems that are outdated, right? And the more you do that, the clearer you can see yourself, right? Because this other person, then you see this other person also in all of the smallness, right, that this person has to him or to her as well, and all the things you suddenly see clearly where this person is suffering, and what his or her issues are, and why he's maybe not coming forward, right? And so your divine counterpart has to discover his light, his or her light, right? Just the same for you. You also have to discover your light. And then in this process happens something that has to do with letting go. And now what is that? That's simply having the experience that the divine is matching you exactly in where you are at. Without judgment. This means that the divine is mirroring the light and the shadow, right? Without judgment. That's what it means, right? And in experiencing that, and in experiencing that everything that is maybe uncomfortable and challenging is meant for you, not against you. And in experiencing that your light and everything that is healed is mirrored to you accordingly, so that you all of a sudden feel your power and feel that you're not helpless, that you are not a victim, right? So by this experience, you're then willing, little by little, to really let go and to say, okay, That's whatever the divine is mirroring to me is in my highest good. And I am love, so love, true love, will be mirrored to me by the universe, right? And if this other person is my twin flame, then he will be part of my life. Yeah, there's no other way. And if not, I know this can be triggering, but if not, then at this point you will be okay with it. But don't even think about it. If this triggers you and say, no, this person has to be my twin flame, and that's okay, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. Because I don't know, right? And it's very difficult to tell from the outside whether someone is really your twin flame or not, right? But the best way you can tell, but very often we and our divine counterpart, we look alike a little bit, like in terms of hair, in terms of eyes, and it's just the soul expressing through the body, right? It's the same, basically the same energy, and you can feel it, but you can also see it with twin flames, especially when they are like in a harmonious union. Then you can like feel and see the energy. Yeah, so letting go is something that is coming naturally, right? You will see then that that you can trust, and that there is such a thing as a universal law or universal laws, and they never ever fail. So everything is perfect. Yeah, it might not be perfect to you because you might not be where you want to be in life, maybe. But where you are is not wrong. Where you are is just showing you what you need to heal. Yeah, what you need to transform, as I say. And yeah, I'm here to help you. You find my services in the description box. There is a link. And don't know what I'm sending out. I think a meditation. I've created a meditation to go more deeply into self-love, because that's really one of the higher frequencies, and it's good when we always like adjust our frequency to a higher level. And a little bit of that is something that I want to suggest to you today, just to do something practical with you. And that's a small statement, small but very, very powerful statement that is adjusting you that is aligning you with all kinds of desired outcomes in your life. Try that on, yeah? So it goes like this. I calibrate to my frequency of the solutions. I calibrate to my frequency of the solutions. So, as you might know, there are like quote-unquote problems, and there are at the same time the solutions. They're already there. So in order not to stay stuck on the problem, you can just align with the solution. And even if you don't know what the solution is, right? Because the universe already knows, the divine knows. So if you do this, you will feel a shift, and then maybe you cannot stay there, but then just keep playing with that, right? And see what a difference it is in attitude, in how your body feels, how you are in the world, and all of a sudden how things show up. It starts with small things usually, things where you have no resistance, right? And usually when we are in this process, twin flame journey, then we have a lot of resistance when it comes to love. So that's our work to resolve that, to clear that, transform that bit by bit, and then everything gets easier and lighter, and suddenly we understand, and suddenly we also see where our divine counterpart is, right? Because he is on a journey as well. And basically, when we let go, when we are at this point where we let go, then for our divine counterpart, a lot of things change as well, and they get clearer, and they get to resolve their stuff, right? And their triggers and everything's coming up to the surface. And you are like holding the towel for them, yeah? So that was all for today. Please let me know if this resonated by liking and subscribing. And I wish you a beautiful day as always. Stay tuned for the next video, everyone. Bye for now.